आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव। Azadi ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember writer and freedom fighter Pandit Madhavrao Sapre, who was born on June the 19th, 1871 in Patharia village in Damoh district of Madhya Pradesh. Sapre was inspired by Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak towards the freedom struggle.
Sukh ka data sabka sathi, shubh ka ye sandesh hai. माँ की गोद पिता का आश्रय मेरा मध्य प्रदेश है.
A brilliant student, Sapre developed a passion for Hindi language and literature. The British government invited him for appointment to high posts in government jobs, but he turned down the offer and instead chose to become a teacher at a meager salary to support the freedom struggle and promotion of Hindi. He started publication of monthly paper Chhattisgarh Mitra in 1900.
With the inspiration of Madhavrao Sapre, Anand Samaj Reading Room was established at Kankalipara, Raipur, which emerged as a center of national consciousness and political discourse. In 1905, Sapre established Hindi Granth Prakashan Mandali in Nagpur and started the publication of a monthly magazine called Hindi Granthmala in the year 1906. In one of its issues, a long essay titled Swadeshi Movement and Boycott was published. The magazine was closed in the year 1908 under the British Government Press Act.
विंध्याचल सा भाल नर्मदा का जल जिसके पास है, यहाँ ज्ञान विज्ञान कला का लिखा गया इतिहास है.
In the Congress session of 1905 at Varanasi, Madhavrao Sapre met Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak. He was greatly influenced by Tilak's thoughts and wanted to spread his ideology in Hindi. With the permission of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Sapre started the publication of the Hindi version of Tilak's Marathi newsletter, Kesari, in Nagpur in 1907, under the name Hindi Kesari Weekly. Sapre translated the Gita Rahasya, written in Marathi by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, into Hindi. He was arrested for writing seditious articles like Black Water in Hindi Kesari.
Sapre considered untouchability as a social stigma and was a strong advocate of girls' education and women's freedom. In the year 1912, he established the Jankidevi Kanya Pathshala in Raipur. In 1921, on the call of Gandhiji, he got the National School and Hindu Orphanage established in Raipur for the education of the students.
Sapre continued to generate political awakening through his discourses in many cities of Chhattisgarh. He was elected president of the All India Hindi Sahitya Sammelan in 1924, held in Dehradun. The great writer breathed his last on 23rd of April 1926 in Raipur. AIR News salutes the great nationalist.
We also remember Gandhian nationalist Nana Bhai Khand, who was martyred on the 19th of June 1947. A resident of Dungarpur, Rajasthan, Khand was a popular Bhil leader and used to run a Gandhian institution, Dungar Seva Sangh, to look after the Bhil school at Rastapal. The tyrant ruler of Dungarpur, Maharaval, was opposed to the Dungarpur Seva Sangh and ordered for the closure of the school. On the 19th of June 1947, the superintendent of police and his team reached the village and ordered Nana Bhai and Master Senga Bhai to close down the school.
On their refusal to obey the order, the police started beating Senga Bhai, dragged him out of the school building and tied him to the police truck by a rope. In his bid to save the life of Senga Bhai, Nana Bhai chased the moving truck. The policemen thrashed Nana Bhai repeatedly and so severely that he died on the spot. AIR News salutes the great nationalist. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.